Good morning, everybody out there. Welcome to Top of the Morning. Today I'm here with Miss Charlie, and we have somebody else special, Nisi, aka Niece's Pieces on the socials.
Morning.
So,
Good
hopefully,
morning.
we're going to see a bit more about Niece's coming through on the show and giving her opinion about what's going on in the world with the rest of us. We're going to start off today with this COVID vaccination guide. It's been approved. It's coming. There's nothing we can do about it. And Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and our boy Boris, my boy, they're saying they're prepared to take it on live television. What do you guys think?
I think it's full of rubbish. It's so stupid. Like, realistically, are we? How do we know that they're not just pumping water into your veins? Like, let's be real here. How do we know? Even if they say, "Oh, look, it's in the right packaging. It has a sticker on it." Because I was
Yeah,
born yesterday.
yeah,
Just
I
like a
agree.
picture of wasn't there a picture of the London mayor getting it done, and there was no like from the picture when you zoomed in, there was actually like he wasn't actually getting it taken, and the
Who's that?
cap was still.
Sadiq Khan.
I think so.
I ain't seen that, you know. Let me quickly
If I'm
check that
wrong,
now.
correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I definitely saw a picture of somebody getting the vaccine, and it had the cap on the picture. Like, you lot are full of tricks. What's next? What's actually next? And there's 3 different types of vaccine that's been okayed. So therefore, there's there's different strengths, and there's also different strands. So therefore, the one you're getting might not give you any side effects, but the one you're giving to the poor people who live in the slums probably will. And I'm not trying to get any of them, to be honest. So
Yeah, if I was to get the vaccine, I'm gonna wait like after like 2-3 years, where like the first few million people have gotten it. See if a couple of limbs grow, a third eye, just to make sure, just to be 100% sure that nothing much is gonna happen. Because obviously,
right.
like it's 9 months that they've like created this vaccine. It's a bit of a mad one. Like they take like 7 to like 12 years on a normal thing to get these things together. So 9 months. I'm gonna let Susan go first. It's all right. Go ahead.
Susan, you know, normally if it's a Karen
Let,
thing, but there's a Susan now. I
yeah,
like that. I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna let Bojo go first. Go on, Bo.
Yeah, you can go in front of me. Normally it's like, why are you pushing it? No, go ahead.
Feel free.
Go through. It's fine. I'm gonna step back this time. It's okay.
Feel free, babe. I'm at the back of the line.
I
Everybody's
don't
going.
mind being at the back of the line, but it's just too much. I'm scared, and they're pushing it as well, telling like people, black people especially, like, yeah, you guys need to be like the first ones to go. History of medicine, yeah, it's not my friend. So I'm not here for it at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
What are
Charlie,
you
you
saying,
didn't lie.
Isaac?
Charlie, you didn't lie. I'm just here looking at man like
Oh,
Sadiq.
it was Sadiq Khan, right?
Yeah, it was there. So it turns out that he took a vaccine and got some pictures for it. Me, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I have to travel to go to the United States because I've got plans to go there next year, here we go. Man's taking it. Simple as that. There's
Really?
no that I'm not gonna
So
try
when you
and
come
lie.
back and you're like,
Yeah, I know, but that's the risk I gotta take. That's the risk I gotta take. If it doesn't impact me, if it doesn't impact me traveling around the world, then I'm not gonna take it. I don't feel like I need to take it.
so there's one airline that said they're not going to let anybody fly unless they've had the vaccine,
I
right?
believe it was Emirates that said that.
Well, Emirates can stay there because I'm going to fly Air Jamaica, Air Nigeria, and that's the 2 places I need to go. I don't need to go anywhere else right about now, especially when you lot all on this COVID. No, because Jamaica and Nigeria, even Ghana, they said you're not stepping foot here with that rubbish.
That's right.
Leave.
That's right.
So therefore, that's where I need to find myself.
Even the way that, like, say, underdeveloped countries have dealt with COVID in comparison to these, the first world, it's nuts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you fly to Jamaica, like, they test you before they let you out of that airport. Like, we're not letting you to our land.
You have to go to selected hotels to quarantine for 2 weeks
Yeah.
before you're allowed to go around in Jamaica. It just
But here, Boris has been letting people gallivant. When people from Wuhan was allowed to come in and gallivant, and people from Italy, it was just like, okay, so you just want us to die. Thanks.
Do you think that it really has something to do with Wuhan? You don't think that was like all like conspiracy theories, like it came from there? I don't believe it came from there. I just don't see how it traveled. Like I get it that we have people coming in and out of the country, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't think it's from. I don't think it's from there. I think that was a more bigger political agenda that the West has on China.
I
So
hear
China,
you. But
go on.
I hear what you're saying, but you see, with the whole like when they said that it was from Wuhan, you would have stopped like travel. Like you wouldn't have allowed people coming in from Wuhan. That's where it's all like the government really should have set foot and be like, you know what, okay, because there's like an outbreak in China, let's just pause, let's just like close the borders, just small, just to see if that's the issue.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. So whether it's or not, they weren't trying to close the borders. The UK borders haven't closed once. This whole time, this whole COVID outbreak, when our numbers were low, they weren't even trying to close borders.
I know.
We were having people fly in from like high risk places, and it was like places like New Zealand were like only residents can come back in. We're not having anyone else here.
Yeah.
They were like open doors.
Come through.
Come through. They open like we're like in every other circumstances. I'm not here for closed borders because obviously like I'm come from an immigrant family.
Yeah, of course.
But when it comes to like this, it's a whole pandemic. It's panoramic, sir.
Whole pandemic.
Panoramic,
it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic.
What I think as well, I kind of feel like back to what you said, Isaac, in terms of like, do you think it was a stunt or do you think it really started in Wuhan? Like, I don't know if it really started in Wuhan, but when they started to really publicize it in terms of like the news and stuff, I'm telling you now, me and a batch of my friends, like a massive batch of my friends, all had the same symptoms. All at the same time. And the weirdest thing is, we didn't call each other like, oh my God, I think I got COVID, because we never knew what COVID was. Every man was down at the same time. And when we look back at it, we was like, oh my God, I was having struggle in breathing. I remember laying in bed with my fiance. I had to sit up. I was like, babe, I can't breathe, you know. I feel like someone's sitting in my chest. I just can't breathe. For a number of days, that's how I was feeling. When this started to hit mainstream media and we're all seeing what's going on in Wuhan and so on and so forth, when I say a batch of my friends, I mean about 12 of us were all like, Raj, you know, I think I had that last year. Do you know, I think every man had it. All of us.
Yeah. I'd already had it in January.
So I don't know if it did start there, to be honest with you. But realistically, I mean, even if it did, Nisi's point still stands. Like, we were just every motherfucker in and out wherever and whenever they wanted to. So it doesn't even make sense. And when we had the first case in the UK was in London. The first so-called claim case was
No, sorry, say that again.
And they try to say it was Scotland.
Exactly. So they literally moved the person out, and it was in our borough. It was actually in our borough. So they moved them from the borough, took them out of the hospital, took all of the staff that sorted that person out of the hospital, and moved everybody to Scotland or to wherever it was that they moved them to, put them up in a hotel, and then plastered it all over the news, but wouldn't say where they lived. Wouldn't say where they lived. And this person came straight from the airport. I don't know where they'd actually come from, but they'd come straight from off of holiday, come home, had all the symptoms, went to my local hospital, and then got shipped straight away before the news caught wind of it to out of London, because London is the epicenter. I think they just didn't want to scare people. They didn't want to kind of like bring it out in the epicenter, because they kind of feel like, okay, this is where all of our trains, buses, this is like the center, this is the hustle of. But anyway, I mean, I'm not a specialist and I don't know, but realistically, who does and who doesn't right about now? We've got scientists telling us there's no such thing as a vaccine for a flu virus. Scientists who made these flu viruses, or made the first synthetic viruses.
I don't trust that thing though. That synthetic thing.
Well, it's all synthetic, babe. All of it. All of it is.
Yeah, for real. Still,
Things are made on the computer before they're then made into like in natural real life. But the person who made the first kind of like test said there's actually no way of testing people. You can't test for a flu, and you actually can't. You technically cannot cure somebody with a vaccine because every time a flu comes around, it comes around different.
yeah.
But when you get the flu vaccination, it's the flu from it's not the latest strain. It's an old strain of the flu. And even if your body's immune system has built up, you know, your white blood cells and the immunity to that flu, by the time the second one comes around, it's not the same. So you're still getting licked with it anyway.
That's why I don't take the flu jab.
I'm tapooey. I'm over it. I'm done.
Do you
I'm not doing it.
Do you not think that vaccine that they claim that Borris and Obama are gonna take are legit?
I don't think that it's the same thing that they're going to give to the public, to be quite honest. That's the only thing. And I'm not even a conspiracy theorist, but even like medicine, if you're rich, you get different types. There's different, like even if you like, for example, you're asthmatic, there's different types of inhalers. They'll give you the cheap one, which is salbutamol, and then the more expensive is Ventolin, but you have to fight for that. And then because salbutamol is watered down, so it doesn't actually help you.
Well, I used to claim to have asthma, so is the Butalon, whatever it's called, is that the blue one?
No, they're both blue, but there's a small blue one.
Yeah.
And then there's a longer blue one.
Okay.
So I'm asthmatic, so if I take salbutamol, it doesn't help me. If I take Ventolin, then it like helps me, but it's more expensive. So obviously, with medicine, there's more expensive versions, and then they'll always give you the cheaper one unless you fight for it, or if you go like private. So I don't think it's going to be the same vaccination as they're going to give to the public.
It won't. It definitely won't. It definitely won't be the same. There's already like 3 main ones they've now somehow been able to license under some messed up degree, because let's not even get into it. Because like you said, actually, Nisi, like it takes about 12 years for these things to be approved, to be licensed.
FDA approved and whatnot.
Right, but now all of a sudden, it's licensed, and we've only known about it for 9 months.
And how come all of a sudden we're the first country to like actually roll this out?
Because look at Bojo.
We don't have.
No, on a serious note, what happened to why hasn't Wuhan? These people that have America that have much more bigger population than us lot in small island England.
Now, by the way, China's not in a pandemic. They're living their normal lives now.
I know.
Their best.
So why are they getting us to have this vaccine? I don't understand. Why are we pushing for it so much?
I feel as if like it's also a fear thing. People in the UK don't want to go outside because of coronavirus. Even though now, as you said, the death rate is kind of high. From what 2 days ago was 6,000.
Wow. Let me check that number real quick.
I don't remember because I might be looking at.
No, it's fine. I'll check. Go on. I'll check anyway.
When you're speaking to like regular like people at work that you work with, and you're asking like, why don't you want to go back to the office? Like it's open. I don't want to come out until there's a vaccine. And I feel that's what it is. Is like
really? That's what they're saying.
A lot of people don't want to go back to normal life until there's a vaccine. But there are different demographics from us, so they trust medicine in comparison to the history we have with medicine. So
people don't really want to come out their house.
I think it's like the problem is people like, okay, yes, people are saying they want the vaccine first, which I mean I haven't personally heard anyone say that to me yet, but I believe it. I definitely believe there's some people out here feeling like that. But then also there's people who just genuinely don't want to go out because they're just still scared that it's there. Still scared to catch it and how it's going to affect them. And let's be honest, there's a lot of scaremongering. There's been a lot of scaremongering. And
I've avoided the news because of that.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of the deaths that they're counting are not all COVID deaths. I think they said 1 in 3, the statistics were 1 in 3 deaths are actually COVID at the moment. And that's less than half of that number.
Listen, at the highest heights of COVID, right, they were telling people if you were dying in hospital and you wanted the body to bury, I had a few people that died during COVID. They didn't die because of COVID. They just had the natural course of life came to an end. but for the hospitals to release the bodies, they were saying it's got to be written down as a COVID death.
Yeah.
This is like,
For you to get the death certificate, right?
yeah,
You had to.
you had to, yeah. So that's a bump.
I mean,
Why are they lying?
It will say died of COVID, and they didn't die of COVID. Someone was telling me that their friend's relative somehow got run over by a bus, and they put on their death certificate said COVID.
That's what I'm saying. No, this is real. This is not like gimmicky or nothing. This is like real. This is real spit.
That's why it's so high, because you could have a stroke, a heart attack, and it's COVID.
Yeah. It was COVID related, so we'll just slap it down as COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
COVID related at all, like you said, your friend who said the family member got run over.
The flu kills more people than COVID does. And I don't mean to sound insensitive. I don't mean sounding sensitive.
I hear you. I've definitely
people that have lost people to COVID, like I don't mean to be. I don't know who I was speaking to somebody yesterday, and there was like a woman was speaking on Twitter saying she had 2020 has been the worst year, and that put another retrospective aspect that she lost her husband, her mum, and her mother-in-law, all due to COVID this year. So like, man, I know for myself, I have to be I have to be, you know what I mean? I have to be sensitive in how I talk about this thing, because for some people, it has destroyed lives. Like,
yeah, but I also feel as if like the reason is because everyone's indoors and everybody's locked up, so you're not interacting with people, so you're less likely to contract the flu, or you know. Like back this time last year when you're out and about and you're seeing more people, everyone will get sick. You go to work, everyone gets sick. The kids go to school, everyone gets sick. So it was easier to pass around. Less people are dying from like other like contagious illnesses because people are in their houses. So
it's still out there, and people are still getting ill. Like people are still getting the flu, and it's just now it's like nobody knows if you have the flu or if you have coronavirus, because this kind of these tests that we're doing, first and foremost, they're not accurate. The scientists who made them or who made the patent for them said this can never work because you can never trace a vaccine. You can never trace a virus. So therefore, the person who made it has already told you that they don't work, but yet we're still using them. And it's like everybody who has a cough or has a whatever is frightened to say. It's like, oh, no, I don't want to say it because everyone's going to say I got the Rona.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Did you see what I'm saying?
Sorry, hold on. My bad. Natasha Being said yes. Hey, Natasha, how are you?
Hey, Natasha.
And she said she's not had coughs and cold this year. Bang. Shout out to Natasha. Boom.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, I feel like this has a lot to do with your immune system, a lot to do with your lifestyle and your eating habits. And, you know, like during last year when we started to get this first, there's something going on in Wuhan, it's going to spread, like that kind of thing. For me, it was like, okay, get back to the herbal teas, get back to the vitamin uptake, you know, naturally, and like that's the way I've been trying to do things with me and my family. And just try to upkeep on that, and literally when I make sure I'm drinking my herbal teas and not eating and drinking like milk or cheese or things that are like gonna make me full of mucus, like starchy things, I don't get sick. Because the illness has nothing to latch on inside of my body. It has no mucus to latch onto to then recreate itself. It will flush right through me.
Yeah, of course.
So I think this has a lot to do with lifestyle habits, and obviously if you have other underlying issues and so on and so forth. But you know, I mean, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I do feel like this has been completely blown out of proportion, and they've been using a lot of scare tactics on us.
Oh, definitely.
Instead of giving us the blatant truth, you know.
Natasha, what do you think? Let us know before we wrap this up. What do you think about this whole conspiracy or this whole COVID thing? Let us know. Guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell your friend, tell your aunt, tell your mum, to tell their cousin, to tell their dad, to be tuned in all the time. Because we're here every morning, Monday to Friday. And we ain't gonna stop.
Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Innit?
I'm glad you caught on to that, because I thought I was on my own when I said that. So yeah, I'm gonna probably give Natasha like another 30 seconds to type.
Mhm.
If not, we're gonna wrap up the topic, innit? And we're gonna move on to the next one. But guys,
Cool.
let us know what you think about COVID, man. Let us know.
What you think about this, Boris Johnson and Barack Obama and who else? Bill Clinton?
My
Bill
G,
Gates?
man like Clinton.
Saying that they're gonna, is that who it was? Yeah, saying they're gonna take the vaccines and do
She's
it live.
Yeah, they're gonna do it live. So Natasha said she agrees with our thoughts. None of it makes sense. Trust yourselves. Thanks, guys.
That's it. That's it. That's what we have to
Yeah.
do. That's what we have to do, man.
I need to stop eating and drinking milk because I was just having like a full latte. So I was like,
Listen, I'm here with my, what is it, moringa, soursop, and berry tea. Get rid of that mucus, honey.
Man's just sipping on water and tea bag still.
oh wow.
No milk, no sugar.
Tips.
I'm trying to reduce my intake of dairy though. I really shouldn't have it because it doesn't agree with me.
I mean, outside of this COVID thing, I just want to throw out there to you, Nisi, you're not meant to have cow's milk or milk once you're past 2 years of age. Once you're past like 2, humans no longer require milk. We shouldn't take milk.
I hear that. I don't drink milk like by itself. It's like in a coffee. Like it's not like, but the thing is, it's cheese. Like I enjoy like a cheese board. Little fancy little nibble. No, just me.
Yes, no.
Definitely by yourself with a halloumi thing, or maybe you're with Charlie anyway.
Halloumi. Oh my gosh, it's to that. The thing is with halloumi, I have to stop eating it. I love it so much, but halloumi, you fry that in some sweet chili, oh girl, or grill it. Oh, don't get me started. But I'm trying to cut it all out. Spirulina, yes, that is really good. It takes care of you.
And she loves cheese. Bamba.
Yeah, cheese is dangerous. Like I will sit there and nibble on a whole block of cheese, and then remember, like the next day, this don't like you. Because my hands start, my body's hurt as well when I eat it.
Okay.
Do you know what? That's crazy. Do you know what I always thought as well? Would you drink somebody else's breast milk?
No.
You know what? Pause. Let's bring that back. I was going to talk about the IVD thing, but let's talk about that instead. Guys, we're going to be back literally in 5.
It's just a quick one. Would you drink somebody else's breast milk, Isaac?
No. Well, that's a lie because...
Then why did we drink cows?
Exactly.
No, I agree with that. I think like drinking cow's milk is very weird. Like I couldn't drink milk like straight out of like a glass of milk like this. I couldn't drink that. But
DB Cooper TSV says cheese hits the same receptors as heroin.
Yeah.
So that's my cheese is addictive.
Man like DB Cooper, I see
I
see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do, DB. Trying to pick their side. I see you.
The thing is though, with cheese, did you know that the same fungus that grows cheese is the same fungus that will grow off of sweaty socks? Did you know that? Just thought I'd throw that in there as well.
Well,
all right.
I still like cheese. No, that's really no.
I'm not gonna lie. I do love a cheese on a pasta and a cheese on a grilled toast. Oh, stop it. Anyway, think of the dirty socks.
Anyway,
I'm gonna try and remove that. I can delete memories. You know that. Let me just refresh myself. I'll delete memories.
Natasha. All right, cool. So
All right. Shall we
Yeah.
refresh?
So, guys, we're gonna refresh. We're gonna be back in the next 10 minutes, and the next topic we're gonna be talking about, for all those that do know, Ivorian Doll's contract situation with, I think,
But
Oliver Ashley.
let us know in the comments what you think about Boris Johnson and the other ones from America saying that
Clinton, man, my G. The only black president that I know that is white. He needed to do that Michael Jackson transformation. You
he
know,
does not
from Michael Jackson went from white to
and there's
black.
Obama.
Clinton should have done the white to black. Clinton
Okay,
is
well,
my
anyway,
G. Hold on a
let
second.
us know what you think about them saying that they're going to take this vaccine on live. Will that actually make you want to go and get the vaccine?
No, it's just a fact, G. But yeah, man, it's only food scientifically addictive. All right.
There we go.
Good to see a cast of people talking sense, though. I mean, I talk rubbish, so you must be talking about the ladies. But nevertheless, I respect your comment. Still, I'ma check you lot again. Still, new subscriber. Oh, wicked. So you know what I
Thank
mean.
you.
Clinton and Buki. Clintons and Buki. All right. Anyway, listen, yeah. We're gonna be back literally in 5 minutes. We're gonna set up a new topic and we're gonna come back on live again. So we'll be back. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell, man. You won't know until the notification bell's pressed. And don't.
Do you see what DB Cooper TSV has just said?
Yeah.
That's real quick because that's
They,
exactly what we said
they
earlier.
ain't taking the same test they given us though.
Hell no. Their one is made up of H2 and O. That is it, as far as we know. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, there's 3 different strains with 3 different strengths. Who knows who's getting what and what side effects what is going to give? Because, like we said,
Clinton's our Buki. Elbow cough. I hear you, my guy. I hear you.
I agree. I definitely agree.
All right, guys. So that's us. Also, don't forget that I've still got that Clubhouse giveaway, people, guys. So all you gotta do is subscribe, follow on Instagram UK_ISN, and you're in a chance of me giving an invite away on Clubhouse. Cool.
They're more intelligence. They are DB.
Should we give this topic another 5 minutes? I feel like DB's got a lot on his chest, or should we just move on? Because I don't.
What should we be talking about? Because
I don't feel like I feel like he's going in a bit. They're mocking our intelligence. All right. Anyway, look. Next time, make sure you tune in at 10, Ruboy, and you'll see the thing from beginning to end. Yeah.
Boy.
Get me? Just make sure you line up every day, 10 o'clock. But we'll be back 5 minutes, guys. Peace. Oh wait, follow Nisi's Pieces at Instagram. Follow Miss Charlie on Instagram, and follow me with my Ugandan name on Twitter. Yeah, bless.
Simwanga.
Semwanga.